Yo guys, what is good? My YouTube family here today. We got a special video as requested. My client video is getting so much amount of love. I want to thank every single one of you who viewed that video and subscribed to my channel. Welcome to the channel. For those of you who don't know who I am a video editor, media guy, I'm a videographer, all the above. I do everything, and I'm here to teach others for completely free, no charge at cost, because I'm simply trying to help out others. And listen guys, I had so many DMs about my free sound effect pack. I'm putting together a free visual pack here soon. That will be announced in my next YouTube video. But listen, if you guys want that new sound effect pack, DM me on IG right here, and I'll send that over to you for free, guys, for completely free. But anyways, guys, I honestly did not want to shoot this video today, but here we are doing it, and I have to leave in a flight in like 5-10 hours, something like that. I'm still getting this video out here for you guys today, but this is the situation we got going on. Got my suitcase packed up right here, obviously, you know, and then I got my camera bag, my drone in here, you know, and then all my camera equipment. And then obviously the camera I'm filming on, I'm obviously taking, you know, my favorite prized possession. But anyways, we're gonna get straight into this video. This is an editing marathon. I don't know how much videos I'm gonna complete, but I'm gonna do as much as I can before I have to hit the hay and get on my flight. Let's get straight into this video, baby. Let's get it. All right, so we have a few videos to do. We have a bunch of client videos to do and then my personal video to do. So we're gonna get straight to work, and I'm gonna try to explain as much as I'm possible that I'm doing while I'm working on the video. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so when you bring it in here, you have these black bars right here. So simple and easy. Project settings and changes to 1080, and then obviously to this 1920. And then bring in the audio. His audio is like kind of like screen recorded, but he has a nice mic, so perfect. You highlight both of them, double click, auto align clips, and then do based on waveform. All right, now sometimes it's not completely perfect, so you do have to turn up this stuff. So I'm gonna do that one at like 6, do this one. I'm just gonna make sure it sounds all nice and stuff.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on it.
All right, so it sounds fine to me. So cut it there. Make sure you cut it all in one. Don't highlight, just straight up hit the cut button. And then I'm actually just gonna boom. And then unlink these clips, bring this up, link these.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on it.
So it's just way too quiet, I need to turn it up.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on it. Your workload doesn't care about what you do on it. Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis. It just cares about your workload doesn't care about it just cares daily bit. Your workload.
Maybe turn this up even a little more low key. 12.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on it. It just cares about getting done. No, I'm not. It just cares about getting done. No, I'm not telling you to have a terrible sleep schedule. I'm not telling you to have a terrible sleep. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you. Why can't I say that? I'm not telling you to slam a beer.
Actually, something I just noticed before I get into this is actually I need to color grade this before, and I had a lot of hate on my last video about my color grading, so I did realize that his face was a bit red, but people were making it seem like I made his face look like a damn tomato, which was not the they were over exaggerating, I'll tell you that much. But yeah. So here, I'm just gonna come to the balance, and since it's very, you know, yellow, I'm just gonna turn the balance to where it's not yellow anymore. And then, yeah, that should be good. And then this is the difference right here. Way difference. Way big of a difference. And that's usually all I like to do, just because it doesn't need too much color correction. And then here's where I come in and apply, you know, a LUT that I need to apply. Whichever one fits the video, they're all the same, you know, style. So So if his face is red right now, but what we do here is we'll just turn this gain down to where like maybe like 4-ish. And then it adds that like, you know, darkish color. And then he actually asked me to resize him. But what I just noticed is I have some cut up clips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to gallery, go to stills, not power grade, double tap, grab still, and then just go apply these to the rest of the clips really quick. It's only 3. It'll all apply and look the same. So yeah, we're good. And then he asked me to resize this, so we're going to resize that really quick. Okay, that should be good.
Care about what you do. It just cares about getting done.
Okay, all right. So now we have everything resized. Now we're gonna get back to the video.
Oh, no, I'm not telling you to slam a. I'm not telling you to slam a beer. I'm not telling you to have a. I'm not telling you to have a terrible sleep schedule. I'm not telling you to have a terrible sleep schedule or slam. I'm not telling you to have a terrible sleep schedule or slam. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before your work or to have it. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work. Have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so. It just cares about getting done. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a terrible sleep schedule. Or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about not. This goes and it's more so about not needing to be or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about not needing to be at a perfect state to actually put in work. Or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about not needing to be at a perfect state to actually put in work. And this goes for everything. Some days you might, and this goes for everything. And state to actually put in work. And this goes for everything. Some days you might wake up at a perfect and honestly some wake up at a perfect time. And this goes for everything. Some days you might wake up at a perfect time with a perfect mood. And honestly some days but do the work regardless. Perfect time with a perfect mood. And honestly some days are the exact opposite. Work regardless. But do the work regardless. It's currently 11 p.m. and but do the work regardless because that. But do the work. This is something that you'll have to work regardless because that. But and honestly, some days are the exact opposite. But do the work regardless because that's all that really matters. This is something that you have to remind yourself This is something that you constantly have to remind yourself even when you're making 6 figures per month. This is something that you constantly have to remind yourself even when you're making 6 figures per month.
Okay, so we have it all cut up, and for some reason his mic has this like static thing, and it has it in just this batch of videos that he filmed, unfortunately. So what we're going to do to fix that is we're going to highlight this and make it all one compound clip, and then make sure the track that you have on is mono. Come up here, and then it'll just be one clip, double click it, and then export audio files. All right, guys, so this is a completely free website. You're gonna go to podcast.adobe.com, And basically this will just enhance your thing, and it's completely free. So I just drop my files in here, and now I have this in here for free, and then you can turn the strength up to however what you want. I usually put it at 88, and then this is what it sounds like.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or how you feel. It just cares about...
And then this is with it off.
Getting done. I'm not telling you to slam a beer.
Way different. So we're going to enhance it and then download it. All right, now that it's in our workflow, we're just going to unselect the audio and bring this one up, and then link the clips again.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily... Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or how you feel. It just cares about getting done. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about not needing to be at a perfect state to actually put in work. And this goes for everything. Some days you might wake up at a perfect time with a perfect mood. And honestly, some days are the exact opposite. But do the work regardless, because that's all that really matters. This is something that you constantly have to remind yourself, even when you're making 6 figures per month.
All right, perfect. Now we're just going to add his signature audio. All right, now that we have his signature audio in, we're going to do something that I really like to do on audio track 2. I didn't give this sauce away last time I did this, but I'm going to do it now. So basically you're going to double click this EQ line only on 2. You're going to hit band 6 and just bring it down to like 440, 450, around there.
The workload doesn't care about what you...
So it makes it quieter, and it only makes it seem like it's under something. That's what it's essentially doing. Then you're going to hit add an effect. We're going to do reverb, and then I'm going to do Fairlight effect. And then I like to make this room like right here. And then I like to bring this up here, and then the reverb time just a little bit longer to give that reverb effect. And then this is what we have.
The workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or how you feel. It just cares about getting done. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about not needing to be at a perfect state to actually put in work. And this goes for everything. Some days you might wake up at a perfect time with a perfect mood. And honestly, some days are the exact opposite. But do the work regardless, because that's all that really matters. This is something that you constantly have to remind yourself, even when you're making 6 figures per month.
All right, so what we're going to do here is just open in timeline, because I found something out that I need to do. So I don't know if I'm able to do this anymore. I just made a big mistake. But what I want to add are called Z cuts, and it keeps the viewer watching. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this just because I already messed up, and I'm not trying to go back because I'm on a time crunch. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that actually. The more that I think about this, so we aren't actually able to do that anymore. So yeah, so unfortunately we're not able to add Z cuts, which sucks, but since we're on a time schedule, I can't go back and do that. So we're gonna get straight back to work. Also, guys, I'm gonna link down in the description some of these plugins if I can find them. If not, then they won't be there. But basically, these are all completely free plugins, which is amazing. And I'll put them in the link down below if I can find them, so you guys can download these to your computer. Okay, so we're gonna take this clip that's only 0.14 of a second long, and then we're gonna add a transform node. And in this transform node, we're basically just gonna scale it up, and then put it like right here. And then we're going to set a keyframe on both of them, and then go to the end, and then put it all back. All right, so now that we have it back, we go to spline, check mark just for now the size, zoom to fit, and then highlight both of them, and then hit S on your keyboard. And then, I like to pull this thing like there, and it makes it come in more agile. And then I don't know if we want to do a speed out like right there, just because it'll look super weird. So we're going to keep that there for now. Someone actually taught me this. There's motion blur in the transform node, so there's no need to add it. I'm about to try to find it really quick. Here it is. We found it. So we're just going to apply the motion blur, and then now...
The workload doesn't...
See, I don't really like that.
The workload doesn't...
I don't like that, to be honest. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Fuck it. I don't like the way it goes down. Like, why can't it just go out? I don't understand that. Why can't it just go out? All right, we're gonna have to delete this and redo it because I don't like the way it looks. Instead, I think I'm just gonna size it. Keyframe, come down here, back to 1. And then again, settings, motion blur, and I'm just gonna keep it how it is. I'm not trying to mess with that. And then, I forgot a step, spline. Smooth it out, and then I should be good to go.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis. Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or how you feel.
And also I messed up because now that these clips aren't separated, now I don't know when they end, but that's just a minor setback. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna hit Shift Space. A lot of you asked me about that. Tracker, and then we're gonna size it down, and then if you see over here you can actually see what it looks like in close up, but I think we're gonna just do this like nostril or something. Oh, that's his mouth. I want to do his eye. Let's see if his eye will work. Let's see if his eye will work. We're just going to try it. We're going to hit track front to back. Hopefully that works. Love DaVinci Resolve, bro. Holy. So now we're going to come to Operation, Match Move, and then Background Only. Background Only. And then grab a transform node and literally just find the part where like it goes out of frame the most. So like, just literally just zoom it in like right here, and then zoom it in and then bring it up. So now it'll just like shake around.
Workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily.
It's got this effect where it's just tracking his face and shit. I personally like it.
Workload doesn't care.
Ooh, wait, I forgot about that. Shit. That does not look good at all.
Your workload.
Maybe we won't add that low key. This is rough. I don't know what to do.
Your workload doesn't care.
Fuck. Alright. I'm not gonna do that for that clip, honestly. Fuck, man. A lot of setbacks.
It just cares about getting done. I'm not... Or how you feel. It just cares about getting... It just cares about getting done.
Alright, we're gonna do it for this clip instead. Way shorter, and then, yeah. Same thing, tracker, make it super small. Grab this little check mark, put it on that dude's eye. Track back and forth. It'll track it nice, and as long as he doesn't close his eye, we're chilling. Alright, perfect. Operation, match move, background only. Zoom it up, size it up. Alright, we're good to go. So now that
It just cares about getting done. I'm not talking... It just cares about getting done.
So now that we have that, we're gonna put this actually right here, clip it up, so it looks like
it doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or...
Whoa, that looks like ass. So the reason that does that is, for me personally, I don't know why it does that, but when you put it over a clip, sometimes it'll just stick to the clip, and then it'll act like it's, you know, on the other clip, which I think is really weird.
Workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis.
Why is it so fucking laggy? All right, for now, we just took the proxies down half because my Mac is tripping lately. It's just been getting really high. I have the M2 as well, which makes no sense. And then I turned on, I think it's called, what is it called? It's called Render Cache, and I put it on Smart, so that'll just render it out in the meantime.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or how you feel. It just cares about getting done. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a terrible sleep schedule.
Okay, so we're just gonna copy this over.
More so about not needing to be at.
And then if you want to change this, come down to here, Fusion Overlay, not that, Fusion Overlay. And my Mac is tripping right now for some reason, so it's not showing.
I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about.
No joke, my laptop feels like it's been on the skillet for like... What I just did was I grabbed some graphics that I'm trying to use for this video, and then we're just gonna size them up to where they fit the screen, you know. Simple stuff, simple stuff. Highlight all these. I'm actually gonna bring them down right there.
I'm not.
So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna go into Fusion and then transform, bring it down, keyframe, come up here, bring it back to 0.5, spline, zoom to fit, same old, highlight S, bring it out, you know. Not gonna put motion blur on it for now just because my computer's fucking tripping.
I'm not telling you to slap. I'm not.
I lied, I'm putting motion blur on it. It's actually called, what is it called? Alright, so. Alright, so right here we have optical flow, and then vector motion blur. These two will create a cool effect, but will blow your computer up. So, use at your own risk. I'm actually about to just chill out on it for now. Fuck. Alright, so now that that's happened, we're going to scale this beer down and then double click new compound and then create the compound clip. Go into Fusion once again. And then like we said before, you know, transform, bring it, this time I'm going to bring it this way. So I'm going to do a keyframe and then like, you know, 15. Because for the other one I did 10. So 5 frames later it'll come in. So then we're going to do 0.5, bring it back to the center. And then in here we're just going to add the motion blur itself so that it'll look nice. So now that we have this effect right here, all that motion blur going on, looks fire. Once it comes in, then we're gonna have this guy, size him down like that, put it there, and then we're just gonna keep him there. And then what I'm gonna do is add a new compound clip again, and then go into Fusion once again. You know what to do. This time I'm gonna bring it down, go up 6 frames, 0.5, and then use the motion blur. This is actually a game changer, no lie. So now we have that. When it comes in, this is what we're gonna do. So as it comes in, see that? So like right about here, we're just gonna turn the blend completely down. And then right about here, we're gonna set a keyframe and then bring it up a couple frames and then just completely have it resolved like that. So now it'll look like this as it comes up. Now, one last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this this fucking thing. It's called, you know, motion magic zoom. I'm tripping. Turn the shake up hellas, and then just basically scale it down. on the actual thing, so like right there, so that when it does zoom up, it's good to go. Okay, so we have a lot of explaining to do. I'm gonna keep this really short and not waste your guys' time, but right now it is December 28th, and last time I started filming was the 23rd, and remember I had to go leave for a flight. What ended up happening, my laptop froze, and it was, you know, almost 12 at night, and I had to get up for a flight super early, so I closed everything and went to bed. So, spent the time with my family, you know, a couple of days, and I did get that video out that I was currently editing, but since I'm generous, I'm gonna go over that video and then we're gonna do another video. You guys are getting a double whammy, and then I'll also show you some other tips and tricks. All right, so where we left off was around here, around this area right here, and you know, you guys basically got what I did up here, but I'm just gonna show you guys the full reel really quick so that you guys can get a better understanding of what I made, and then I'm gonna go over it really quick, go over a couple more videos, and then we will get into a video where it's just me working and you guys can, you know, get a better understanding of another workflow video. So this is the video.
Your workload doesn't care about what you do on a daily basis or how you feel. It just cares about getting done. I'm not telling you to slam a beer before you work or have a terrible sleep schedule. It's more so about not needing to be at a perfect state to actually put in work. And this goes for everything. Some days you might wake up at a perfect time with a perfect mood. And honestly, some days are the exact opposite. But do the work regardless, because that's all that really matters. This is something that you constantly have to remind yourself, even when you're making 6 figures per month.
Okay, so we're gonna get straight into it. You guys already know how we did this animation right here. Super easy. And honestly, from there, it's not much. We did a couple of zoom-ins. Super simple zoom-ins, and then for here, this little money counter effect.
When you're making 6 figures per month.
Super simple. So I'm going to take it over to this right here. Basically, I found this right here, this whole expression on YouTube. You guys can search it up and find it. If I decide to put it in the description, I will. But you know, I'm just gonna scroll through this. If you guys want to copy this, you can. But that's it. It's just that. You guys can copy it. It's basically an expression that just allows it to count up. Boom, 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 boom. And essentially what I did here was I counted it up till it got to 100,000. I could put a freeze frame, and I zoomed it up, and then I zoomed it down, and then, you know, added some sound effects to make it look like this.
When you're making 6 figures per month. When you're making 6 figures per month.
Simple. All right, so now that you guys got a better understanding of how I did that video, now we're going to go into another video that I was supposed to film on this vlog, but obviously, you know, we had some trouble with difficulties.
Business owners, are you playing checkers or are you playing chess? See, just like in business, you want to be able to leverage your time and effort to make as much money. See, just like in business, you want to be able to leverage your time and effort to make as much money as you possibly can. Checkmate. That's your business. And that's what rental arbitrage can do for you. Rental arbitrage is the process of renting from a landlord or owner and listing it on Airbnb, VRBO, sites like that as your own Airbnb. But the problem is, it's kind of difficult to do. But if you learn how to do it, you can make a fuck ton of money. See, that's what our company can do for you. See, at DEEZKEYZ, we call the landlord and secure the property for you. We also help you build your team, list it, and automate it. And we're so confident in what we do that we guarantee profit. And if you don't see that profit, we'll actually manage the property for you until you do. So apply with the link down below if you're interested. We'd love to work with you.
Okay, perfect. So, you know, I did change up a little bit of the stuff in the final video. Like this part right here is not supposed to just randomly cut off. I was playing around with it, see if I can make it look better, but, you know, it ended up being exactly how I wanted it to look like. So, first things first, we're going to get into how I made this title. And it's honestly super easy. I'm just going to go in and view open in timeline. So these are the captions right here. So you pull up Gotham Ultra and you have an on italic. Keep the size whatever you want it. Keep it on white, and then you're going to go over to shading. You're going to check, it will say red outline. So then you're going to enable red outline. You're going to turn the thickness all the way up, and then you're going to change the color to black, okay? It will be red, I promise. It will be red. You just need to change it to black, and it'll be good to go. Head in the Fusion tab, and then right here is simple nodes. You add glow and then a drop shadow, all right? And then I have AI generate all these captions for me. And then now we have it in, we have them over here on the bottom. This is the compound clip, is where my captions are. So that's how we made the captions.
Are you playing checkers? Are you playing?
So how we did this little zoom in is simply with Magic Zoom, a free effect that you can download to DaVinci, Magic Zoom, apply it to an adjustment layer, come over to the effects, turn on mirror, and you can mess with all the other settings, honestly, you know, camera shake, whatever. And then put the captions on top so that they don't zoom in and, you know, get too big.
Just like in business, you want to...
And then how to get this little graph effect, super simple.
You want to...
I use an in DaVinci Resolve feature, which I usually don't like using, but this one was fire. So you go to video transitions, and I used, it's called drop warp. And it basically creates that cool effect. Look at that. I think that looks so sick. And that's an in DaVinci Resolve too. That's like completely free. So drop warp, and it only works on assets too. You can't do it on videos because in my personal opinion it'll look bad. So I only use it on assets. So anyways, I keyed out my subject, which is this bottom part, and I put the video that I had, the graph going up on the bottom. And you can simply subject mask your subject by going in here and using magic mask right here. So if you see, I have it selected right here, and then you press track back and forth, and then you add an alpha output. So that's how I got that. Put the captions on top, and then it goes out like that. And then I speed ramp this as well, which is just Command R, and as you can see my speed ramp right there, that's what it looks like. So speed ramps are super easy. And then I added a zoom after it as well, the magic zoom that we talked about, and then yeah.
That's your business.
So super simple sound effect designs. Just added a riser when it said "damn it," so it gives more energy to the video. Damn it.
That's your business.
And then it comes in.
And that's what rental arbitrage can do for you.
Okay.
Your own Airbnb.
Skip away. Some of that's boring, you know.
But the problem is.
And then this is a different riser. You don't want to, I mean, you can, but you don't want to use the same riser like throughout the whole video. You want to switch it up. So I put that one there.
But the problem is.
And then this time I put the captions below the magic zoom so that they zoom in like that. Well, I think it looks so sick.
Difficult to do. But if you learn how to do it, you can make a fuck ton of money. See, that's what our company can do for you. See, at DEEZKEYZ.
Yeah, this is all messed up. It doesn't normally sound like this. But we're not going to get over to the music because it doesn't really matter.
For you. See,
so how I created this was I found an asset. And as you see, it's only one way. So what I did was I duplicated it. And I literally just did. So this one is -90. And then this one's a 90. So that it goes up and then down. So I just thought that looked cool. Added a camera flash, paper movement, and then a riser. And then it'll go into the next beat.
We also help you build your team,
then we got this text effects right here.
And automate it. And we're...
So it comes in and it's like bouncing around, you know, looks really cool. This is just two effects combined together. So it has the magic zoom right here. And then it also has something called magic animate. So I applied both of them. Remember, these are both free. You can look them up on YouTube. I promise you'll find a link. I'm going to link it down in the description. So let's get straight into the effects and what I use. So I use zoom and hold for these ones. Put the scale at 0.1. Camera shake at 0.3. Speed scale at 0.2. And then for magic animate, you press whip in, out, and then put this at 0.2 because if not, it will not work. You need to put this at 0.2. All right, and then I did that on all of them, and then it gives me this effect.
List it and automate it.
It's a little glitchy, but...
And we're so confident in what we do that we'd love to work with you.
That's it for that simple reel. Now, guys, we are going to get straight into editing my client video. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It may take like somewhat around an hour. And then we're going to get straight into this video right now. Let's get it. Okay, so we brought the video into the timeline, and we have already put together the clips. And now we're just going to get straight into basically just chopping it up.
Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer.
But wait, we got to color grade it first, actually. Oh, I guess I already did color grade it. Cool.
Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for saying your niche is fuck it, just the only reason you feel the only reason you feel your need the only reason you feel because you're doing everything because you're the only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing everything is because you're doing what everyone else is doing is because you're doing what which are methods that you're doing it is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that haven't adapted since 2016, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using it.
Goofy out chair. Hey, you guys are gonna hear a lot of background noise now, just because I'm at my parents' house, and I can't really tell them to be quiet. It's not my house, so you guys are gonna hear a little bit of background noise. Like, that's really loud, I'm not gonna lie, but just please bear with me. This is the only time I can get a video out, and I'm trying to get it out. I know I was all about quality, but I really have to get this video out for you guys because I really care about pushing this content out. So let's get back to the video.
Which are methods that haven't adapted, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016. A giant email list to get outreach, like using a giant email list to outreach to. Focus on building a niche. Focus on email list. Like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Focus on building a single person from every single person. Focus on building niche authorities who can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use your Instagram. Instead, use the Instagram profile that you're Instead, use the Instagram profile that you're using. Instead, use the Instagram profile that you're watching this video on. Instead, use the Instagram profile that you're watching this video on to funnel in traffic. Instead, use the Instagram page you're watching this video on. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage, so you can so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get tons of volume. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume every single day by having a simple ad funnel. Through saturation entirely This cures saturation entirely because you're able to stick out like a sore thumb. From all the other average sheep, every single person that's doing from every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic coming to you. From every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them. And you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them. Cool, I think that was good. You can send to that bad boy. Bad boy.
Alright. So now that we have that all done, now I just honestly need to brainstorm what I need to do next.
Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer.
gonna lie, he like put it way too like up. His hat's cut off and I can't even change it either. Not my fault. He needs to just let me come film him. I offer services where I go and film people. Fly to them. Obviously it's way more. But they just... I'm telling you right now, their content would be way better if he let me shoot it. His content's still good, but it would be way better if he let me shoot it. For sure, for sure. Alright, so I'm just going to take this here, add this, scale that bitch up. Boom. All the way to the end. Boom. Settings, motion blur. Boom. See what that John looks like. Playback speed, render cache, smart. Let's see here.
Saying your niche is...
Okay, looks good to me. Open effects, zoom.
Saying your niche... Saying your niche is saturated is a... Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer. The only reason you...
And by the way, I'm basically recycling things. So usually I'll do the beginning the same just because I really like the way it looks, obviously. And I use the same sound effects usually.
The only reason...
Is that right? Just be like right here. Move that paper movement like right here. That is disabled for now. That can go here. Alright, now we're going to go to the music page and I'm just going to do audio track 2. We're going to band 6, bring it down to like 5,400 around there. And then we'll come to add reverb. Make the box bigger. Lower time. Okay, should sound good.
Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer. The only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Focus on building niche authority so you can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume every single day by having a simple ad funnel. This cures saturation entirely because you're able to stick out like a sore thumb from all the other outreach sheep, from every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic from all the other outreach.
Didn't realize that.
From every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them. And you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them. Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for offer. The only reason you feel offer. The only reason you feel
To make this look even better,
the only
we're gonna zoom this in by adding a quick little effect. Hold and zoom.
the only
I'm telling you, bro, this clip is way too zoomed in. There's nothing I can do about it either, which kind of sucks.
the only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because
Okay.
saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer.
know what that was all about.
The only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Focus on building niche authority so you can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume every single day by having a simple ad funnel. This simple ad funnel. This cures saturation entirely because you're able to stick out like a sore thumb from every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them. To you instead of you coming to them. To you instead of you coming to them. Or saying your niche is saturated is the only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using a giant email list for cold outreach, like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Like using a giant email.
You think you can handle the weight of the badge?
Using a giant emails for cold outreach. Focus on building niche. Using a giant email. Giant. Outreach.
That ain't gonna follow.
But it's hard and takes patience.
Patience ain't gonna put money in our pocket. I ain't about to quit this.
Giant email list for cold outreach. Giant email list for cold outreach.
That's a hard effect right there. Wait for it to load and add some sound effects. That sucker's gonna be juicy. It's gonna take forever to load, man.
Since 2016. Like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Focus on cold outreach. Cold outreach. Cold outreach. Cold outreach. Focus on focus on focus on building niche authorities who can stand out from every single person that's using it. Focus on building focus on building niche authority niche authority authorities who can authorities
Cheryl Lynn, Deputy U.S. Marshal. About 15 days ago, me and another deputy, Horace Lee, we went to serve a writ in Choctaw Nation. We lit out after this resonating woman Charlotte. Charged with introduction of whiskey. One Charlotte popped the Horace right through the lung. He lay there for a good hour or so.
niche
Bad.
niche
I take things like that personal. This has dangerous job. Jimmy Sparkle got a handful. He does. But just yesterday, we got a lead on a known river throwing. He put the roof over one Charlie's skull. His wife. They're serving Mother Nature or something. And you need somebody who knows Choctaw. That.
I gotta save some time there.
Niche authorities who can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume every single day by having a simple ad funnel. This cures saturation entirely because you're able to stick out like a sore thumb from every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them. Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer. The only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Focus on building niche authorities who can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get
The subtitles. I'm tripping. Alright, we're almost done with this video. Took quicker than expected. I didn't do like crazy effects, but you guys basically saw like what I did during the video, so you guys can get a better understanding of what I did. Now, in order to use these captions, you do have to have the pro version, which is literally just DaVinci Resolve Studio, and I highly recommend it that you get it because it's a game changer. And it's literally like a one-time payment of like $300-ish, I think. And if you have a Blackmagic camera, it actually comes for free with the Blackmagic camera. So I would suggest getting it if I were you.
saying your niche is saturated is used for a crappy offer. The only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using a giant email list for cold out. Focus on building niche authorities who can focus on building niche authorities who can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume every single day by having a simple ad funnel. This cures saturation entirely because you're able to stick out like a sore thumb from every single person that's of you coming to them.
I got my man. Read it now. Check that mess.
This thing is mad clutch. Look how easy that is. Now I have the captions for me. Perfect. All right, guys. That is it. I'm going to play the video at the end of this video. But yeah, guys, listen. So I just finished up the video. I'm going to send it out for review. Usually he'll tell me if he likes it or not. Usually he does, but if he doesn't, no biggie. I'll go back in and I'll change it up. You know, no big deal whatsoever. I do allow him one change up. I am signing on some new clients at the moment, so expect to see different styled content as well. And also just expect a lot of content from me, because that's what I'm gonna start pushing out so much sauce for you guys. I want to help you guys and inspire you guys to be, a video editor or whatever you may be. You want to get icy editing, whatever. And also, guys, I am now finally offering coaching sessions. DM me at Ryan Herrick on IG. I'll pop it up right here. DM me on IG if you are interested in doing a one-on-one coaching session, and then we can get that sorted out and we can schedule on my schedule and tell me, exactly what you want to get coached by. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you guys learned a lot. I'm about to play the video for you guys, and anyways, peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Saying your niche is saturated is an excuse for a crappy offer. The only reason you feel that your niche or the agency space is saturated is because you're doing what everyone else is doing, which are methods that have not adapted since 2016, like using a giant email list for cold outreach. Focus on building niche authority so you can stand out from every single person that's using these outdated methods. Instead, use the Instagram profile you're watching this video on to your advantage so you can run traffic towards it. It's exactly what I do to get tons of lead volume every single day by having a simple ad funnel. This cures saturation entirely because you're able to stick out like a sore thumb from every single person that's doing outreach, and you get traffic coming to you instead of you coming to them.